And now we turn to Longview Park, which has stood in Rock Island for more than a century. For about a year, students from Augustana College's Geography and Environmental Studies class have been spearheading a master plan for the park. And now tonight, just about 90 minutes from now, if the weather holds out, the students will present their findings to the City of Rock Island Parks and Rec Board. So earlier today, we caught up with two of those students and what they found from their time at Longview Park.
We're so excited to be joined now by Adriana and Allie. Girls, thank you so much for making time for me.
Course. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Okay, well, I'm super excited to talk about your Longview Park project. Why don't you tell people how long you've been working on this and what you had to do for this?
So we started working on this project in spring semester of last year. And this was a project created by Dr. Strunk. And so the entire class was focusing on different aspects that we wanted to include into the master plan that we were going to write up for Longview Park. And this included coming up with different histories that we could put into the plan, as well as creating a survey that we distributed to residents and creating recommendations that we think would be beneficial for the people around.
We also continued to doing other little projects, like she said, bike infrastructure, but also creating historical signage and just focusing on newer parts that we can include in the master plan.
So you guys had to look at what, like the park, like the playgrounds, the greenhouse, the walking paths. What else did you look at?
Yeah, so we did a site observation in the beginning to see what the park actually was, because a lot of the people in the class weren't from the area. So we went from the higher end of the park where the playground is and the greenhouse, but then we also went down to where the naturalized areas are and where the water park is. So then we were walking along the sidewalks, determining what was deemed to be safe and unsafe, and so we recorded those observations.
So for those of us that are not urban planners, when you talk about master plans and these things that you want to accomplish, like what does that mean? Like when you're presenting to the city of Rock Island, what are the findings that you're giving to them?
So the master plan will include basically anything we want to see in the near future, any improvements, upgrades that need to be made. And in this master plan, we're going to include all our survey responses that include people's opinions of the park, anywhere that anything or anywhere that they want to have improvements or see upgrades in. So when we present this to the board, they'll have a better understanding of what the local people want in their parks and any new like recommendations that they want to add and see in the park so they would utilize the park more and feel a little bit more safer in the parks.
So for you two that have spent a lot of time working on Longview, what's a suggestion you might have for a way to make this park better?
Maybe remove the tennis courts that have been slowly just deteriorating over time. And I think a lot of residents feel the same way, that they want to see maybe another use of the space. And we've talked about a soccer field or a basketball court. So things that more people would use, definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
At our best
overall
level.
improvements because the when we went to go visit last spring, there was kind of like a mess, like garbage laying around and just uneven surfaces that were dangerous to people around. So just overall improvements to the site.
Was there anything in your research of this park that surprised you?
I think many people found the lower section to be the least used just because of the amenities that are offered, which I thought was surprising because it has like beautiful walkways, but it is true. I believe there is like a slight difference in between the lower section of the park and the upper section where the playground is a little bit more upgraded and more like used because of maybe lighting reasons or yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, the different perceptions of the residents, because a lot of people brought up how positive they felt about the park, but if there were changes such as like lighting, that would improve safety in the area. So that would bring more residents to the park, they said.
I mean, I just think it's so cool that you guys have had this opportunity to make a real difference in these residents' lives and the city, the way that this park is maintained in the future potentially. So, before I let you go, I wanted to ask you from your perspective, as students, was this a beneficial project for you guys to undertake?
Yeah, I think both of us are interested in urban planning. So being able to work on this project in the spring of last year and then continuing it on throughout the year has been really beneficial to work with community, specifically community-based projects, because that's an important part of the urban planning process.
Yeah, I agree. And also creating a really good relationship with like stakeholders and again, the Parks Board, just getting to talk to them and hear everyone's perspective just gave us a really good real world experience that we will definitely use in our career.
And if you want to share this story or find more about the class, you can head over to our website and click on the As Seen on TV tab. And